The Shallows is directed by Kwame Colette Serra, or I think that's how you say it, maybe not, and stars Blake Lively and a seagull. In this movie, Blake Lively's character goes on a vacation to this remote beach where her mother had been in the past and had kind of told her about, and so she's kind of searching for it for the first few minutes, and she actually finds somebody that will take her there because nobody will tell her the name of it for whatever reason. I guess they don't want people knowing about it, or, supposed to build the suspense of the creepiness. But it kind of annoyed me that we never found out what the name. We never in the movie does it say, or if it did, I missed it. Never does it say the name of the beach. It's Paradise. That's all it said. And she goes there in search of connecting spiritually with her late mother, and because her mother used to surf that beach, and so she's trying to follow in her mother's footsteps and try to see the beautiful sights and stuff that she saw. When everything goes wrong, obviously, from the premise of the movie, she gets stranded on this rock, surrounded by the shark, this killer shark, and the horror, I guess, ensues from there. My initial reactions going into this movie was that I really wasn't going to enjoy it. I didn't really care for any of the trailers leading up to the movie, and I gotta say, I liked a lot more than I thought. I was expecting kind of a Jaws knockoff, and there's only so many things you could do with a shark and being stranded in the water, but I think I was more impressed than I thought I was going to be.
Same for me. I walked into this movie thinking that it'd be just like your average bad movie, like maybe a D rating, but I thought that this movie was really good.
Blake Lively actually did a fantastic job in this movie. Obviously there was, as you saw from the trailers, there was a lot of, oh, ooh, ouch, because things happen to her, and she's kind of the sole character of the movie. There are other couple side characters, obviously you saw that from the trailer, but mainly it does revolve around Blake Lively, and there's only so much she can do in an hour and a half runtime, or whatever the runtime was for this movie. This film actually did a lot better job than I was expecting at building the suspense. I actually did end up fearing for Blake Lively a lot of times through this movie. I don't remember her character's name, but that wasn't really important. She was just trying to survive the shark. Something else that I found very interesting was how Blake Lively was stuck on a rock in the middle of the open water, yet the movie did a good job on making it feel very claustrophobic, which I think is a difficult task to accomplish. So in this movie, there's not actually a lot to discuss, because a lot of it is very isolated, and if we talk about a lot of the different things that happen in the movie, it kind of ruin the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it. So there's not a lot of details we can talk about. One thing I will say, though, is that the ending seemed very rushed. Like they weren't sure how to end the movie, so they just came up with this insane Jaws 4-esque ending to the movie, and she miraculously defeats the shark, I guess. Obviously she's gonna have to get off that rock. It's not really a spoiler. And it just seemed very convenient, and that's the big problem I had with this movie. I think I would have rated it higher had they thought out of a smarter way to actually end off the film.
Yeah.
So Isaac and I have decided to switch from the 1 to 5 star grading system into the actual letter grading system, the A, B, C, D, F grading system. We feel like it's more relatable, because a lot of the issues, well, we weren't really getting it yet, but a lot of the issues with a lot of critics, they give the 1 through 5 star. They might rate something, even though they like it a lot, they might have given it an A, they'll rate it a 4 out of 5, because people get this weird notion in their head, and it's just kind of very confusing. They think that if they rate something a 4 out of 5, that they didn't love it, and that's just not really somewhere that's a gray area we don't really want to go, and it's hard to give a number to a movie anyway. So we're gonna switch to the A+, the A-, etc. But just like you get in school, you get a letter grade, and it kind of tells you if you get an A+, that's oh my god, that's amazing. If you get an A-, it's okay, it was good, but it's not bad enough to be a B score, but it's still really enjoyable. So I think that's a little more efficient, and we're going to be using that, at least for the time being anyway. Yeah. We're going to use that grading system and just kind of see how it goes. So having said that, I did enjoy the movie. Obviously had its flaws, and I'm going to give it a B-.
In the end, it was good, but it wasn't great. So I'm going to give this movie a C+.
Well, that wraps it up for our review. Have you seen The Shallows? Are you looking forward to seeing it? If you have, or if you are, comment below, let me know. Isaac and I love discussing movies and like to know people's opinions. If you've seen it, kind of give your non-spoiler review if you want. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next review.